everybody, welcome to Caketastic Cakes. It's Jen and I'm going to show you how I made this little Bible out of gum paste. Okay, before we get started, if there's any tools or supplies you see me use that you might need, if you check in the description below, you'll find a link that should be able to help you out. Okay, to get started on my little Bible here, I took my black gum paste and I rolled it out as thick as that little paint stirring rod right there. And I cut myself a nice rectangle. I keep folding it in half to make sure I've got, like, a good book shape going. I didn't want it too tall or too skinny or, whatever. I wanted to look like a proper book. And even though I'm making a Bible here, this would work for pretty much any book you want to make. I took my black, as you see, checked out the size, made sure I liked it, put it aside. I took my white, I cut out a corner there, and you can see it's also a lot thicker. I know that technically Bibles can be super thick, really thick, but I didn't want it to weigh down the top of my cake too much, so I just made it, a good size, but not too thick. And so I cut off the 3 edges, as you see, and I'm just measuring it out. I want the white of the pages, that's what they're going to be there, to sit inside of the black a little bit because the covers, of books do stick out a little bit beyond the pages to protect them a bit. So that's what I want to make sure the size is right. So I trim it down, as you see, make sure everything is good. When I'm happy with my size, I'm going to use my knife blade and I'm just kind of roughing up the 3 sides. It's going to just make a bunch of lines in it to make it look like pages, like separate little pages, because otherwise it would be a solid brick and people don't put bricks on their bookshelves very often. Once I had my 3 sides roughed up, I'm using edible gold spray and just kind of going over it lightly, as you see. Just on those 3 sides, because again, Bibles usually have gold, filigree or coloring on the outside of the pages. So that's what I'm trying to represent there. And once I have it in place, I fold it over. You can see the top is now a little bit too long, but we'll fix it. All you got to do, flip it over and trim off the extra, make it all line up nice and neat. And I did try to flatten off the spine as well. You saw me using my little fondant smoother there. That's what I was trying to do there. And also what I discovered is I got my paper towel and I had laid the black on top of the paper towel. On the one side it had like a flower print or something, but on the other side it's just this solid, speckly pattern. And when I laid it on there, it kind of made the pattern onto the black gum paste and gave it more like a leather look. So I was pretty happy with that because Bibles are pretty rough. They're kind of bumpy. I've got some edible gold powder that I mixed with a little bit of water. I'm using a paintbrush to very sloppily paint on Holy Bible on the cover there. I tried. I'm not the best when it comes to lettering or handwriting, things like that. My handwriting is kind of sloppy, but I did try. And I put a little NKJ at the bottom because I didn't know the lady's name. So there you go. And there was my Bible. All right, now I'm just going to show you this part. This is how I put the cake together. It has nothing to do with anything except I just like how it came out. I had my 2 layers of chocolate cake with a yellow ganache drizzle, as you see. I added some roses to it and some carnations because the client had wanted a chocolate cake with light yellow drizzle and yellow roses and flowers going down the side. So that's what I did, and if you want to see how I made the roses, I'll put links to the video because I have a video showing how to make roses. I also have one for how to make carnations, so I can show you that too. But yeah, I just put the flowers in with a little piece of a lollipop stick here and there, wherever I needed to do. The cake was chilled, and with my Bible on top, it looks very pretty, right? So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe because that helps me out. I have lots of other videos, so please check those out. And I did mention the rose and carnation video. I'll link those in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching Caketastic Cakes.